All right, everybody, it's Adam and Mike with our new segment, From the Rough. This is our opportunity to respond back to some of the more interesting comments that we receive on the channel.
Yeah, the action that we're getting on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, in person.
Yeah. People tracking us down and and letting us know how they feel about certain opinions. So when we first started the channel, you would get a comment every once in a while. It'd be like a smiley face or a heart or a thumbs up.
Well, here's the catch. People who click like or like our stuff, they don't comment.
Right.
They view our stuff, they click like on it, and they move on with their day. Those are positive people.
Yep.
It's the negative people that want to sit there in their mom's basement and type out some stuff.
I still think the vast majority of the comments we're getting are very positive, encouraging. What I was getting at is the length of the comments are getting to,
Yeah.
like on TikTok, most people are maxing out the character amounts, and we do get some ones. So this is our chance to respond to some of the, let's say,
Colorful.
less encouraging ones, or the ones that they're not in alignment with the Just the Tips philosophy.
Right. So that's why we're calling this segment From the Rough, because we're going to
From
get
the
a
Rough.
little rough with this.
You get roughed up. Get ready to get roughed up.
Because, listen, we're not professional golfers, right? And because we have a golf channel doesn't mean that we know every single detail there is about golf. There's plenty of times when we're trying to respond back to certain questions, or maybe we're playing golf and like something random happens where we're like, oh, what do we do? You know, something like that. So listen, we don't know everything there is. But when we do post something, we post it because we believe in it.
Yep. So, and again, you're going to have a different opinion. You just can't be a douche nozzle about it. So,
So that brings us to, let's see. I'll bring them up. You know what? We're going to bring them up. And I'm going to add you in the captions below all of these, whether this, I mean, the long form version of this is going to be on YouTube.
Yep.
All the short form stuff will be on Instagram and TikTok. But last week, I introduced everybody to Pickles, our little turtle, our mascot.
just the Tips turtle.
Yep. So we have Pickles.
Yep.
And you have
I got Tickles.
Tickles.
Yep.
All right. And then I said, this is your weekly reminder to fix your ball marks.
Good positive messaging. We would all agree this is a positive
And
message.
just fucking fix your ball marks, man.
Yeah.
And listen, if you didn't make a ball mark, fix somebody else's. Okay? Fix 2 ball marks on every single green and you'll be fine. So let's see. Ant.trim.golf. Okay.
Ant.trim.golf. What could he possibly say about Pickles, the Just the Tips turtle, and your weekly reminder to fix ball marks?
So Ant.trim.golf is a second-year PGA associate.
What's an associate?
He said, that hurt to watch, really not the right way to do it. Now, here's the deal. There's probably 2, what they say, correct ways to do it. And then there's probably 3 incorrect ways to do it.
Taking your putter and tapping it down is the incorrect way to do it. Okay, there's one.
Yeah.
All right.
The other one is digging in and trying to pop up from underneath.
I see people do that a lot, and it does. It levels out the green, but it leaves a dirt spot.
Right, and then you're tearing the roots.
Yeah.
Okay? The way that I do it, and the way that I was taught, and the way that I always did it when I was a caddy for 7 years at one of America's top golf courses, is you go in from the side and you push the grass towards the middle, so you're moving the roots, the live roots, into the middle so that it can grow.
And it's funny because when you do that, sometimes you do have to do a bigger affected area,
Right.
but it smooths it out. You don't see the ball mark anymore. You don't see any dirt or sand or anything underneath there. It's just grass again.
And another a way to do that is also you can turn your divot tool to kind of hit those rounded sides to get it more.
So why would a second-year golf associate with the PGA say that that's not the right way to do it?
No clue. There is one more way that somebody, I cannot confirm that this is the correct way. Now I'm going to put up a video that I took of the exact spot 5 days later, that there is no brown spot there. There's no dead, says perfectly grass all grown in. And I'll also put a picture up of my front yard to let you know that I do know what I'm talking about. There's one more way
Grass expert.
that somebody started doing more recently that I saw, was they take a tee and stick it in the middle of the hole,
kind of swirl it around,
and then kind of fill it in. Don't know.
I don't know, like I said. But I know that we play our course plenty, and I hit, I mean, every green, every single green. I haven't missed a green all summer, and repair ball marks, and they're not there when we come back, the next day.
So, I mean, this one, because I ended up actually taking a long video of me doing that. So I actually, and there's some trees in the background. That was our 9th green, and there's some trees in the background. I'll put that video up here, and I got it lined up perfectly. I know exactly where I was, and I went to that spot, and you'll see in this video that there is no dead spot.
So bottom line is better to repair or not repair? Better to repair.
Better to repair.
3 different ways to repair.
Yeah.
One might be better than the next, but probably not a wrong answer.
So I will say this. Even that wrong way of like popping it up is better than not doing it at all.
Not doing it at all, exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
So
maybe it was anti-turtle. Did you ever think of that? Maybe it wasn't talking about
maybe Anthony just doesn't like turtles.
Maybe you had a turtle incident when he was a kid or something like that. Those snappers. All
Moving
right.
on.
Okay.
To the controversy.
Oof.
We had one. Well, we had a big one about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. I forget what it was, but it was on and on and on. And these guys actually, I was not involved.
Two subscribers got into a verbal pissing match with each other.
Right, and then they started being like, "Well, what's your handicap? I bet I'll whoop your ass." And this guy was like, "I'm a this," and he's like, "Look me up. This is my home course, and this is my handicap. Look it up. What's yours?" And then that dude who originally started the whole thing just deleted all his comments.
Conversation. Yep.
So that's actually what I was afraid that was going to happen today.
So we do podcast chops. You guys should check out our long format podcasts available on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. But to promote those and sometimes just for for content on shorts, Mike will take a small section, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute, and just highlight that particular part of an hour and a half long podcast, whatever it is, right? So this particular one, we were talking about, we're in a foursome on a busy Sunday, playing a championship round. It's
money.
There's money on the line. There's wall-to-wall foursomes, and for some.
No. It didn't say wall-to-wall foursome.
Okay.
It said we're a foursome. We got money on the line, and there's a twosome pressing us behind us.
Yep.
Play through.
Yep.
Now let's preempt this. If there's room to go ahead of us.
Right. That's what I meant by it.
You know what I mean? Like if there's no room, then that twosome understands you're there.
Yep.
Or go to the back or whatever it is, right?
If it's a busy Sunday morning, get more friends, okay? What are you going to do?
And there's that, right?
Yeah.
So we had somebody comment that said, oh, man, this guy, he's going to get lit up. He's getting lit up by other people.
So this is probably the most aggressive JTT followers, subscribers, just going to town on this dude.
Yeah.
But it was, I don't want to say an ignorant comment, but it certainly wasn't in the spirit of what we were talking about.
It was very old school and cold comment is how I read it. He said, the twosome either skips the hole or stays behind the whole round. I was always taught that singles and twosomes have no right to play through. Now, by far, could be one of the wrongest things that can happen is to be taught that they're like I don't know, like lesser than because you're a single or a twosome. Now, we've been out here plenty of times where it's just the two of us playing, and we're dicking around, like, you know what I mean? Like, we're, like, practicing.
Yeah.
So there's a foursome in front of us, we don't care.
Right.
But if we're out here playing a match, and we're waiting on a foursome the whole time, and there's a hole and a half gap in front of them, you better let me play through.
Exactly.
All right? And if I'm behind Jason_Gonzalez 1, 2, 3, 4, and he don't let me play through, there's going to be a couple times when standing there waiting for him to say something like, "Hey, you guys want to play through?" And if he looks back, and doesn't give us the wave, that's strike one.
Yep. Okay. How many strikes does AJ _Gonzalez 1, 2, 3, 4? He gets one strike.
No.
Okay.
Then if it happens again, he looks at us, doesn't wave us through. That's strike two. Next one, on strike three, I'm going up and be like, hey, can we play through on this hole?
Yep.
Right now, you've talked about the assumptive
playthrough,
which is a great
Yep.
play.
Hey, fellas, do you want us to play through on this hole or the next hole? Right.
And part of the reason why Adam is always the one that goes and does that is because he's nicer about it. I won't be as nice.
So
all right, if you looked at me twice and you didn't let me play through and there's a hole and a half ahead of you.
But AJ _Gonzalez.
Jason.
Jason.
JAYSON _Gonzalez 1, 2, 3, 4.
His opinion is screw you. You deserve to die.
Yeah.
Which I can only imagine. He grew up in like a segregated golf club. You know, that's what it sounds like. You know, maybe one where women weren't allowed or something like that. You know.
So this is how the comments went from other commenters. Now I posted this last night and went to bed. Okay. I get one person said, "Are you mentally handicapped?" Somebody said, "I would hit into you at least 3 or 4 times in the round." Another person said, "Who taught you that?" Then I woke up and I said, "Please let us know who taught you that so we can help." Then somebody said, "Imagine being this type of person, let alone calling yourself a golfer." So then he finally responded and was like, "It was taught to me by an older generation of golfers. I don't know why you have the audacity to comment on helping. Saw some of your videos and your tips. Tips should never be spoken, just bad technique." Then wrote another comment, "The older generation of golfers, old school." Then he decided to kind of taunt some of the other commenters. "If you can catch up to me, don't think your driver would even reach me. And if you were to hit into me, I would be sending that ball back to you." I said, "Hey, we're doing a segment called Just From the Rough, and you should listen and we'll give you a shout out. So Jason, here's your shout out." He decided to say, "No thanks, I don't have to listen to any of your shitty advice. I will tell the golfers that follow you that your instructions, they will never get better." So I sent him a thumbs up and I said, "I think everyone reading these comments might know which one of us to listen to. Have a good round today." Proceeded to say, "What do you mean you haven't even seen my swing or track record in golf? Just because you have a golf page doesn't mean that you know what you are talking about. Go read some books, go learn from the top coaches in the world, and then restart your page." All I said was, "Me and everyone else saw your stupid fucking comments," and that was enough. Sent a clown emoji. And a couple other people chimed in, kind of defending our page, defending us, and saying that he's an idiot. I don't know. He said something about the industry and why do you think golf courses always match singles and twosomes up? Skipping holes actually causes more of a delay. I don't know. This dude kind of lost his mind. I think he just...
Did he have an aneurysm?
I don't know. It seems like it.
Yeah.
But, Jason, here's the deal, dude. Part of you, if you're a foursome and you have a twosome behind you and there's no space to go in front of you, they stay back there, dude. Or they skip to the back 9 or whatever, okay? If there's a hole in front of you and there's a group waiting on you, whether they're 1, 2, 3, or 4, you let them play through. And if you don't, something bad could happen. And if it's me, something bad is definitely going to happen. I'm just saying. That's enough.
This has been From the Rough with Adam and Mike.
Just the tips.
Just the tips.
Just the tips.